Rule number 8 is to tell the truth, or at least don't lie. In most situations, telling the truth is preferable than telling a lie. For example, Peterson disallowed a psychiatric patient from following the group of psychologists, and telling the truth to paranoiacs was useful in reducing any chances of misunderstanding and misguidance. He also recounted the story of his drunk landlord, who in the middle of the night would sell appliances to continue his binging behavior. Peterson confronted him by saying no, which in turn helped the individual to recognize the ridiculousness and error of this behavior. Similarly, the Austrian psychologist Alfred Adler created the notion of life lies, which were attempts of the individual to change reality to fit their own preconceived, pre-desired outcomes. The problem with life lies is that people do not know their aims, and their aims don't always come into fruition. They also believe if the life goal doesn't come about, then it is seen as the be-all and end-all. The poet John Milton of Paradise Lost described Satan instilled with total rationality led to pride, where all I know is all that needs to be known. Life lies are in themselves an avoidance of a problem. It is a sin of omission, since it produces something bad to occur. But ignorance or arrogance of the issue leads to the very thing happening, the very issue happening. For example, the obedient, quiet one who gives into tyranny and is a tool of an institution may be safe as opposed to the loudmouth troublemakers, but eventually those in command and seeking greater control would go after. Those who are hidden are not vital, and that underlies the very problem. Individuals who are unrealized, who do not reveal or open up to others, do not confront the unknown, and thus don't speak in the face of injustice, and continue to live a life lie where ignorance is bliss. Those who confront the unknown literally construct new neural pathways in the brain, as new situations turn on genes, which creates new proteins that influence the central nervous system. Incomplete people remain perpetually static, and it will get harder for those who continually live in a life lie when things don't turn out the way they want it to turn out. In spite of the life lie and willful blindness, vision allows individuals to prepare for uncertainty and the future. One must recognize that there are many systems or games in reality, and these have many rules. Vision allows you to pick up on these rules, and if you fail, go and play another game. Vision is what allows for a change in the game or hierarchy of value, and to correct the error. Soren Kierkegaard once said that being is inauthentic for individuals who are prideful, comfortable, and arrogant, since the inauthentic continues to live and perceive in a way that is false, who are blind to their own vices and limitations. An example of the inauthentic character includes the complacent individual who doesn't voice their concerns about a corrupt, power-hungry boss at work. This is also reflected in the horrors of the 20th century by Solzhenitsyn, the mass-murdering horrors perpetuated by Stalin. Viktor Frankl, survivor of the Holocaust, in his book Man's Search for Meaning, pondered about how deceitful, inauthentic individual existence is the precursor to social totalitarianism. Untruth was seen by Freud as repressive, and Jung as an individual and cultural pathology that corrupts. One must come to grips with the truth and suffering of the world, as well as that which comes from their own being. Even Lucifer, which means light bringer, who is prideful and reason made manifest, breeds totalitarianism, since reason only thinks itself to be reasonable. The problem with reason is that it insists that there is nothing beyond which is in this faculty, which in turn means an inability to transcend the problems and take responsible care for being. Totalitarianism is open anarchy against God, the Most High, for it means everything that needs to be discovered has been discovered, that everything is going as according to plan. The problem with this control and predictability of the totalitarian, again, like the life lies, is that it breeds a refusal to change. It is hard for people to change if they won't accept they have a problem and want to change accordingly. In turn, this leads to eternal hell, the malevolent and chaotic underworld, and the totalitarian evils of the 20th century. In summary, pursue and express the true and the good in all aspects of life, with vision, which was worshipped by the ancient Egyptians as the wisdom of Horus, symbolically represented as the all-seeing eye and having a falcon head, which meant one was acute and sharp. He restored the vision of Osiris, his father, in spite of his evil uncle Set. Truth in essence looks to the past, but also notes the changes in time and adapts likewise to the present. Just like Jesus, who being the Logos, created order from chaos, sacrificed himself in death in order to transcend and be reborn, resurrected. In telling the truth, one has vision in discovering one's own limits, what they lack, and find a way to pursue transformation. God is that which one places their highest value in something, and likewise this motivates, contends with, and strives with purpose for that which we could become. To live truthfully is to recognize the situation of suffering and pursue change despite things falling apart. Lies accumulate and corrupt, are totalitarian and ideological possessed, but truth is the word of God and springs from our very soul. Thanks for watching.